Alright, so welcome back. So today is going to be our last feature going to be implemented for our AlgoExpert clone. And so as you can see from this page, we're going to use Stripe API, which I used it before. It's pretty good. But I'm going to try it a different way. To use Stripe. Stripe is really like the best API documentation ever, generally speaking. They just document it so well, and then they even make a package for it. You can say it's a install the Stripe Python package. They made a package for that. It's across multiple language. You can see you can use React as a front end, or you can use Node, PHP, Ruby, Python, Java, Go, or .NET. But we're going to use Python, obviously. And then this is a doc that we're going to following. I already downloaded the source code and then modified it a little bit. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. And then let's go ahead and take a look of our 3 files that we got. So the first file is so by the way, if you haven't signed up an account, go to stripe.com and then go ahead and sign up for an account. And then I'm going to display my API key here because it's just a test. I'm probably going to change it, but you know, there's no purpose for use it. And then here is it. So let me go scroll up a little bit. It's actually written in for Flask. You can see like these app.route stuff, but we'll use this for Django, so I think it will be pretty easy to change. And then just in case I forgot to mention, the amount here is measured, I believe, by cent. And then just go to AlgoExpert.io and find their price for AlgoExpert is $99. And then I'm just going to say, which is equivalent of 9,900 cents. Yep. And this is a server.py, not a lot of stuff. The cool, interesting thing is what's happening in the JavaScript. So this is a JavaScript file, which I'm not going to talk really a lot with because they have a really good documentation with it. So you should check out the documentation. Yeah. So now let's go ahead and start implement this. I just make some minor changes, and then let's go ahead and take a look how can we implement this. So we could create a new app, but I'm not going to create a new app for this because, to be honest, I don't think this feature is large enough for me to really designate another app for this. And we already create lots of apps already. We have API, code editor, and main. So for now, we're going to use the main app for the payment. So let's go ahead and views.py here. What we're going to say is first create a new function. We call this purchase, taking request as a parameter, and then user must log in to see this, which I should be able to which I can use a login required, which is you can import from here. You don't have to make your own login required decorator now. Paste it here. And then in views.py, and then I'm going to copy this as well. And then the user must be logged in to make a purchase. And then define purchase. So what's going to happen in purchase is, for now, we're just going to return HTTP response, return render, let's just say render, and then we're going to render main/purchase.html. We're actually going to create a new file for this. Because it's probably going to be a little bit complex to put everything in it. And then let me go ahead. So you need Stripe as a package to use it, to use Stripe API. So you can type pip or pip3 install Stripe, STRIPE. And then it should install Stripe for you. I already have Stripe installed, so don't worry on that. And then in here, I'm going to say let's go ahead and import everything. I'm just going to copy, paste it here. And then this will be, let's go ahead and call this def. Okay, well, you already have a definition, create payments. JSONify, so instead of JSONify, what we will go ahead and say is JSON response. And then, okay, it's JSON response instead of JSONify. By the way, I also have a Flask tutorial. If you want to check it out, I will link it in the description below. You can just check out in my playlist, in my YouTube channel. And then, set response as he, 10 client secret. Alright, so this is going to be the price. And now what's going to happen is the most interesting stuff, I would actually say. I need JSON. As far as I believe. Do I need OS? No, I didn't use OS. So I'm going to move Stripe up to here, paste it right there. And then stripe.api key. I'm going to put this to this constant variable. That's right here. And yeah. So I think that's all we need to do for the server side. And now let's go ahead and work on the client side. Oops, I don't know whether just like a browser comes in. So let's go ahead and work on the client side. So we could say something like here, whoops. I think to use static file, what we could say is just add a static folder here. That's what I believe it will have. And then probably we also need to say main here. Change it to a directory, main. And then in templates, let's just go and create payment. What did I call this? Purchase. .html. All right. And now what I will do is I will go ahead and just paste the entire code there. And notice that it's have a global.css file, and then what I want to talk about is this defer, this client.js defer or defer. I don't know how to pronounce it. This, as you can see from the documentation or the IntelliSense, it shows what happened here. Defer basically told us that we want to execute the content on the script once a page finished loading. And then you can also see that we use the JS-stripe.com. So we need to use the JS library from Stripe as well. And then we also have a CSS file. Quick disclaimer, I didn't write the CSS. So if you think it's beautiful, give a prop to Stripe. Make sure you guys give him some love. Show them some love. So now I'm going to implement the JS file, which I'm not going to explain like a lot because I don't really know what's happening as well, but I will do my best of my ability to explain this. So I will call this client.js. And then here, I can say /main /static /client.js. Right now I have the client.js file there. So you can see it's 100 line. I will do a brief explanation. So this just set up a new Stripe instance. And then we can create an item that we want to purchase. We don't really need this. I don't think we need this. Let's see if there's any warning up here. No. And then now you can see we have a button, probably like disable the button until we have it loaded. And then now you can see, guess what? Our familiar fetch API, as we're going to, after I finish this tutorial and the final one, which is called testing and deploy our Flask our Django application to Heroku, we will go back and talk about JavaScript, which I will spend quite a lot of time planning to fetch because it's so useful. And then just return JSON field. Set up some, I guess these are the style that we're going to use. And then now I can create a new card instance, card.change, form. They have all these comments. And then if you want to see, I will link the origin documentation link for the Stripe API into the description below if you want to figure out line by line what's happening. So now what we could do is, let me go and get the CSS file. I'm probably just going to move the CSS file to here because I don't think I'm going to make any modification to the CSS file. Global.css, and then you can see it's have a lot like some file here, some field, card elements. You can read the CSS. I'm not really a good front-end designer. I hope you can see it now, because whenever I learn front-end, people like the first video that involves CSS, like it immediately told me there's a freaking library called Bootstrap. I'm like, why do I need to write my own CSS code? But now I really cannot live without Bootstrap, and now it seems boring now. But that's all really I can do. So I cannot mimic like all the animation on the front end have, but I can mimic some of the core feature that like AlgoExpert have, but cannot implement like the front end. That's sad. I'm trying to relearn CSS now, but kind of hard. All right, let's say Python manage.py run server, and then take a look. Can we access to the purchase route? So let's see, it take a while to run. From my system checks, looks good. All right. /purchase slash oh, I forgot to add this to urls.py. Yeah. So in urls.py, I could say something like purchase. So pass purchase views dot purchase, name is purchase our AlgoExpert clone. Don't worry, you don't have to purchase it. We have like 2 or 3 testing card, because like if you really want to pay, just pay to the original AlgoExpert. Okay. Perform system checks. All right, server get reloaded. Let's take a look. Okay, I don't think it loaded correctly. Let me show the page. Let me show the page really quick. I don't think it displayed correctly, because I doubt that it actually, like, it should have some CSS file there. Since it doesn't have a CSS file, okay, let's see. So something wrong with our static folder. Okay, let me go ahead and do a quick Google search. Where to put static file in Django. I need first go google.com because I don't like Bing. Yep, Microsoft Foundry for listening. Yep, I don't like Bing. All right, let's take a look. All right, let's see. Call static in your app. Let's see. So we can say load static. Okay, I'm not sure would this work. Let's go try to manually go there. I don't know. Let's load static. Okay, so it's my app static, my app example. So I think we're in correct formats. My app static, my app. Yeah. So probably I have to say load static, all these cool stuff. All right, just a sec. Transition this. And then now what I will say is, let me go and load the static file first. So in purchase, I will go and say, here's where I really need to start use it. Load static. And then here I could say static. Static. Main slash global.css. And then there's going to be the same thing for this as well. So it's going to be client, that not CSS but JavaScript, JS. Let's take a look. Alright, I'm gonna reload, see if this works. Purchase. Oh, nice. Now I actually have it. So I guess, alright, let me make a transition really quick. Now you can see, I think we got this. Because now it does load stuff. Unexpectedly, I mean. Okay, let's just wait a second. Whoops, what am I going? Alright, purchase. Alright, accept a card payment. Let's just wait everything to get set up first. Okay. Did you load the JavaScript file? I doubt that. I doubt you load the JavaScript file. Okay, it does load the JavaScript file. Well, that was weird then. Yeah, you have iframe. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let me try to refresh. I think there's some quotation error, I guess. I mean, obviously some error. Oh, nice. Now I got yeah. So create payment intent not found. Okay, so now let's go ahead and implement this route. So create payment intent. I think this is like you have to do this, so we'll just say here, let's just say pass create payment intent views dot create payment name equals create payment intent. All right, let's give a sec to load. And the server is back on. Okay, so now let me try to refresh this again. Take a look, do we have any errors? Forbidden, syntax error. What do you mean by forbidden? Oh, you need a CSRF token. Oh god. Oh. Oh. This might be hard now. I used Stripe before, but I did use this. I used like a pre-built form or something to make it simple. But okay, so this is like slash static, slash main, slash client. Okay, so you know what? For now, I will use get. For now, but I will change it. I will see how can I modify this so it doesn't need get. Let's see, where's the client.js file? So I will change it to right now. Just allow people to able to request using get, which is not safe, but you know that's. Wait, if we can use this, okay. Well, I don't know why don't we use fetch when we're doing the code editor part then. Okay, internal server error. Let me take a look what's happening there. So right now it got an internal server error when it's trying to doing that. Oh, I think it should in here. Create payment takes 0, positional argument, but 1 was given. Oh yeah, the request thing, yeah. Request is like the hardest thing to work with in Django because sometimes, well, pass request anytime, but all right, let's take a look. So refresh. Oh well, I guess I as well just not to refresh right now. Let's wait to finish loading first. Performing system checks. And quit the service, Control C. Good. Let's refresh. See, did we get any console or get any errors? All right, we got the payment intent. We got. Oh, okay. All right. So let me go and show the form. All right. So now, as you can see, you got our card number. We can use the test card number. I think it's 4242, 4242, 4242, 4242. It's a test number. And I think any future date will work. So it's like 12, 21, CVC. Also, any 3-digit will work. I'm just going to type example zip because I don't want to let you know where do I live at. Let's click on the pay. Payment succeeded. Refresh this page to pay again. Okay, so I might as well as just display a message that's saying thank you for pay. And then okay, so now what I need to do is start to modify this in a way that it can update the status to like paid. So, oh, you have to generate a static files. That was cool. Okay, so I didn't think this is gonna be take a little bit longer. I will try to finish this in one setting. Okay, so in create payments. So this should be at client.js. And then what we will say now is let's go ahead and say dashboard. Okay, order complete. Let's see. Stripe dashboard payment succeeded. Succeeded. I mean, I had to display somewhere. Oh, probably just in the HTML file. Yeah. So in here, I'm going to say payment succeeded. And then so now what I will do is change the user status to like VIP, so like paid. So I could say window.location.replace. Nah, I will not do this. I just using another fetch API. So this, I will add this to the APIs here. And then let's go ahead and create a new, okay, can you guys see it? Yep. So I will create a new API saying here URLs. And then I will go ahead and implement pass / paid view. Okay, so in the views.py there, let's go implement paid functionality. So technically speaking, anyone can have right to access to this page. So probably what I should do is not allow everyone to have access to this page. Oh god, this is gonna be hard. I don't want anyone to have access to that page. I only want like okay, what was this? Okay, we'll say paid. Okay, we'll generate a list. So this is going to be, we're going to call this tokens. So this is going to go ahead and have like, we're going to generate like sort of like CSRF middleware token, but like we customly generate this. And then what we want to do now is, so I could say in the main, okay, it's a mess right now. So I'm thinking how can I authenticate. So this is like a different form way to do that, but I don't. Okay, you know what? We'll just say this. It's paid, and then we're not worried about this right now. Then we'll say from you know what? We're not worried about this. We're not worried about that. Not worried about this. From, let's say from. So I want to import the users model. I think it's from main, right? Wait. Where's my users model? I think it's at main. Yeah, wait. No, this is not main. This is main. Let's see if we can open this. After all, wait, we can't. Okay, we can. Okay, so we're gonna import from. Okay, so from main.models import profile. All right, and now in here, I will just say, I will just say, let's go and update this. How do I update the user again? Let me take a look. How did I do that in the code editor? So, oh god, I forgot to update a user. Okay. Well, I think this automatically does like the commit stuff for us. So we will say in here, let's say in the views, APIs, and then in here, we'll just go ahead and add profile, problem ID, nope, and then we'll update. Let's see, what's the model? So paid is true. Paid is true. So let's say paid is true. Okay, I probably use a different way, just throw a button, something like that instead. I will see, can I do that? Paid is true. So paid is indeed true, and then say return HTTP. Let's see, HTTP response redirect copy paste, and then say from Django.urls import reverse, and they're just gonna say reverse index. All right. Okay, so some last thing we need to do is actually display this page. So let's go ahead. We can now associate the URL. So we can say views dot paid name is paid, and now the purchase. We could just fetch this, but we don't want to do anything about the result. So we want to say return, maybe just return, let's just return JSON sponsor instead. Return JSON response data equals to, let's say, dictionary message is updated, and then yeah, so we just fetch to /API /paid, right? I don't want to get anything back, to be honest. Okay, so let's try again and see do we get any server error or not with our quorum. Let me refresh the page. So this and then okay. Okay, I didn't get any errors. Let me take a look at our log, see does it actually get, okay, yeah, it does get the paid. No errors. Alright, so now what we can do is, this video could probably going to take a little bit longer, but we'll do some finishing touches with this, is if we go to APIs, so let me go ahead and turn this up, and then if we go to API views, wait, should I do that in here? Okay, and then what I will also do is I will say if request dot user paid which equals to is true, then we will say no, wait, so we'll add another parameter. No, you'll add another parameter to this dictionary API-ish thing, and then we'll say premium, which means you must paid, so we can say pay, and then we can say false, so you don't have to be paid to view this, but you do have to be paid to view this page. So true in here. Alright, so yeah, so true in here, and then let's go to index in the main. So up there, we will say if problem, and then we'll use another if. We'll say if problems Sorry for taking a little bit longer. If it does have some bug, I will do the debugging. I'm not record this anymore. So a little too long. Sorry about that. Say paid, which goes to true. Then we will say and problems bracket. Okay. So we'll say sternified true. And then we'll say and then this user status. Okay, you know what? I will finish this like problem restricting-ish thing on my own, and then we'll just share some insight to you guys later. But for now, that's about it for this video. If you do like it, please do like it and subscribe. That's really help a lot. Just check it, and we got 1 more subscribers. Yeah. So again, I will share some insight during the next video where I hope I should finish with like problem restricting, so you have to be paid to see certain questions. And then we'll in the next video, which is like the final video we're going to talk about. And then final video, kind of sad about Django before I dive back into front end. And then probably full stack JavaScript. Excuse me. And then we'll talk about deploy and testing in Django's application. Alright, thanks for watching. See you next time. Stay safe and have a nice day.